2, 1.
Once upon a time, in a place not so far away, there was a poor, hungry horse named Mac.
Mac's owners did not feed or take care of Mac like they should have.
Fortunately, poor Mac was unhealthy and needed people who would take better care of them.
But who is going to help poor Mac? How is he going to find a better home?
Fortunately, we know the answer to this tale. He gets justice in the end.
Great, I know. Let's have Mac share his story with everybody so they know how he ended up here in Maine. Here's Mac!
What is Justice for M.E. by Big Mac Bickford. I'm a standard-bred horse. A little more than 30 years ago, I was born right here in Maine. My dam's name was Speedy Justice for All, and my sire was William O. Douglas in honor of a famous U.S. Supreme Court justice. He was born in Maine Township, Minnesota, and believed a judge's role should not be neutral. He was famous for writing in the Sierra Club versus Morton case that even trees have standing to sue. During my racing career, I earned more than $500,000 for the people who owned me, but when my racing days were over, I was given away and I began that downward spiral from owner to owner that finally landed me in the back lot of a place where I was left alone to die. Along the way, from home to home, I tried my best to please every person who owned me, but to no avail, because in Maine and everywhere, horses have no say in their fates. They must trust in the goodness of man and the rule of law. The laws of Maine prohibit cruelty to animals and require the owners of all animals to provide them with food, shelter, water, and medical care. When people break the law, justice is the principle that is used to hold them accountable for their actions. In Maine, justice for abused animals like me is administered by the people in the judicial branch of our government, the judges and justices who hear those cases. There was justice for me. When the law enforcement agents of Maine seized me from the man who starved me, there was justice for him when he was convicted on animal cruelty charges. He was sentenced to jail, but best of all, the judge ordered that man never to own or possess animals for the rest of his life. Justice for me also meant a stay at New England's premier equine rescue and rehabilitation facility. Justice for me also meant placement in a loving, forever home. But for me, justice also meant something a little more. Justice for me, Big Mac, also meant my very own justice to serve me my delicious dinner, provide me plenty of free choice hay, give me a beautiful green meadow where I could run and play with lots of love. And oh yes, every day for me, justice for me means my very own justice to do what she does best.
We love the tale of Mac.
Yes, we love a happy ending.
We want all the poor, hungry horses in Maine to end up with their own justice.
Please help us find justice for horses just like Mac,
So they can live in Maine happily ever after.